Alrighty, so it's time to talk about the 10th anniversary. Way too early, right? It is October. We have to wait until January. Just want to do like a really early predictions video, and then we can, come back later and be like, oh, who got it right, who got it wrong, like how close was I with these predictions and stuff like that. Just something for fun, right? This is kind of a dry period for Dokkan. If I were to do a hot takes video, would y'all like that? Because I could easily put out a tweet and ask for them. But again, because this is like a really dry period for the game. Like, these guys are out, but they're not really. You guys can't see my cursor. These guys are out, but I'm not really a huge fan. I think they're fine, but it's not like a banner you should be summoning for. I don't think I need to make a video on should you summon for this character or not. The answer is a resounding no. And by the way, and when I said no, I mean with a capital N and then another capital O. So, not a chance. Do not summon on this banner, please. The featured lineup is not great. Captain Ginyu returning is kind of just whatever. And then Ultimate Gohan is also one of those units that's kind of just whatever, right? Like, they're cool. If you like the moment, sure. But these are characters that you are going to be able to pull on Carnival banners moving forward. And there's no reason to chase them right now. So, with that being said, the 10th anniversary leaves us in an interesting spot. Because a lot of these major hitters that we've been waiting for have kind of gotten their coverage, right? We've been talking about, like, Beast Gohan this, Beast Gohan that for like the last year. He ended up being the 9th anniversary. Gogeta Blue ended up being the 9th anniversary, right? The Gammas is kind of a little bit out of place for like an anniversary, but it works because superhero, right? Full Power Broly we got this year. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly we got this year. Last year we got Fusion Zamasu, we got Vegito Blue, right? 8th anniversary we got Spirit Bombs, and then, now we're kind of in that gap where it's like, what happened multiple years ago? What are some potential options? And in that video, that is what I want to talk about. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first option that I want to present to the table here is the Clash on Namek. Real deal, Holyfield, Goku versus Frieza, the Dragon Ball fight, if you will, right? This is without a doubt like something that needs more representation within the game, because again, you poll 100 people that have watched like the whole series in its entirety, they're not like 11 years old or something like that. A lot of people are going to say that this is the best fight in Dragon Ball, right? Or this is the first fight in Dragon Ball that will come to their mind, right? We talk about like movies and stuff like that, and like the new stuff is hype, but in terms of like which fight I think is the best, I think this is your answer right here. In my opinion, this is the best fight in Dragon Ball, Goku versus Frieza. Now with Goku, I think this should be a base or Kaioken Goku that goes into Super Saiyan and is not a hard restriction. Not a tough condition to get to, just so we could have an excuse to have the transformation animation that is not also like is not just an intro. But if they want to go the route of it just being standalone Super Saiyan Goku, that is fine. And if we go over here to Final Form Full Power Frieza, I want this character to be Final Form Frieza, the most recognizable form of Frieza by a country mile, right? We think about Frieza forms. I think if we had to go in order, I'm just spitballing here, but like, it would go Final Frieza, Golden Frieza, just because of Super these days, I would say, probably. First Form Frieza is definitely up there, right? Full Power Frieza is probably after First Form Frieza, or I guess Full Power Frieza getting a Part 1 LR, or a headlining Part 1 Worldwide Download Celebration LR, tells you what they think of it, but without a doubt, the most, like, iconic form of Frieza is the Final Form. That's not up for debate. So I think that we absolutely need that, right? Because if we go to the Wicked Bloodline category, it's called the Most Malevolent Clan here on the JP Dokkan info site. But you guys can see, like, let's look at these LRs, right? Where's Final Form Frieza? He doesn't exist. Like, right? Like, look at this image. Look how far down I have to go to find a Final Form Frieza. And that's Angel Golden Frieza, right? Like, that's not even Final Form Frieza. This is Final Form Frieza, right? This is Final Frieza from Form Frieza. For like a summonable Final Form Frieza, this is it, right? You could technically count this character, but I'm not going to because that's from Super. This character is the one from Namek, the one that, says, or destroys the planet after Goku beats his ass in Super Saiyan. Like, this is him, right? So we look at all these options here, and there's just no Final Form Frieza. Like, I know this is Final Form Frieza at full power, but I'm talking about the skinny version of him, the most recognizable. I think that is definitely an option. Now, the issue that comes in for that specific one is the Easy A's, right? I guess what you do is you Easy A these two major characters, being the ones that we were just looking at right here and right here. But, you know, it's definitely possible that we get these ones sooner rather than later, before the anniversary. And then one set of EZAs that we have to pencil in is going to be the 7-year fusions, right? It's almost all but guaranteed. Like I said this in my EZA video, it's like 99.99%. Like I would almost say it's basically 100%. That the 7 years are going to be EZAing during this 10th year anniversary. So the first option that I have here is the Namek Saga. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alrighty, moving on. We have the Cell Saga. Now, again, this one for me is hard carried by Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? Just looking at trends recently, I have a buddy that's probably going to watch this, and he's like the biggest Gohan glazer I know. He's going to love this, and I'm sure a lot of people will as well. But I kind of am like, at this point, I'm pretty Gohan'd out, I'll be honest. I think this would be hype. Like, obviously, like, we're here for this, but, like, you know, we think about just the status of Dokkan in general, right? Like, we had LR Beast Gohan, right? A very short time frame later, we went to LR Ultimate Gohan, right, in part 2 of Golden Week, right? And then worldwide, we by proxy have an LR Gohan in the trio, right? And then for part 2 of Worldwide, we have a standalone Super Saiyan Gohan. And then coming out of Worldwide, the first celebration out of Worldwide, we have another LR Gohan, right? Now, Gohan, he's a moneymaker, he's a mammoth, right? He's a big dog for sellers, right? I would argue Namek Gohan is not a big seller, but you get the idea, right? That was a part 2 LR with pity, like, nobody cares. It's Super Saiyan 2 Gohan's a bit of a different animal, right? But I would be a fool to say that there's not a possibility of it, right? I think that this guy and Cell could easily hold the fort down for a part of a celebration, whether it be one releasing in part 1 and then another one releasing in part 2, or just straight up being a part 1 or a part 2 for the celebration, just being together. Cell vs. Gohan, again, you know, the father-son Kamehameha, definitely cannot ignore that. And then we would probably get the EZA or the BoJack movie Gohan, which would obviously be cool as well, alongside, you know, the LR that we have for, who is it? Oh my god, I'm blanking here. The Tech LR Gohan from the BoJack movie, right? We would have that EZA, and then the, I want to say that's like it. Like, I guess if we were looking at TURs, we could do like the Golden Week headlining TUR for 2022. That being the one with him and Cell. I think those characters could get their EZA. That would be fun. But when it comes to like the Cell side of things, that is where things get a little bit tricky in terms of EZAs. But I meant to say the 7 years, right? So the 7 years would be penciled in alongside Tech LR Gohan. I think that could work out really well. We have the Golden Week TUR EZAs, and then all of a sudden we're boom, 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 right? We're in a good spot. So I would be, like I said, I would be a fool to say that there's not a possibility. Cell and Gohan, another one of my predictions. Let's go ahead and move on. Alrighty, so last but not least, probably the most predictable one of the bunch. You guys knew this was going to be on here, but to single it out, I think would be a little bit, I don't know, right? Like, I feel like just like kind of putting it down to one wouldn't be very fun. So what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about all of them at once. And that is just the Fused Fighters category, some form of fusions within the game, right? I think that's a pretty fair assumption at this point. If you had to put, you know, you put me on the spot here, and you said Vilify from YouTube, the Dokkan information coverer, who would you say are the two most likely fusions to headline this anniversary? I would say, why, thank you, good subscriber and or commenter. I think the most likely outcome is Super Gogeta and Super Vegito. Classics, Super Saiyans, can't go wrong. Who doesn't love Super Gogeta? Who doesn't love Super Vegito? But with that being said, I think that there are a couple factors that make me think that is not going to be the case. I think that Vegito EZAing in early 2024 and Gogeta EZAing, I believe it's on October or very late September, does make for an interesting case where we have a Gogeta that's the best unit in the game, basically, when he transforms, right? And then a Vegito that's good, right? Can look impressive. Not the best character anymore, but still can look impressive, like I said, right? With these two characters right here, getting their EZAs, right? I just don't know if that's going to be a major factor. And then when we look at other fusions, right, with Vegito and Gogeta Blue, well, we have a Y'all know what you guys know what I'm gonna say. I'm not even gonna say it. But Vegito Blue, right? And then we have Gogeta Blue right here that have come out, basically in the last calendar year when I'm recording this video. So we kind of find ourselves in a bit of an interesting spot where I don't know where they go. Now, I think one likely outcome out of all of this is really Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. As you guys can see, it's been 2 years now, almost 3, since the last Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And guess who is going to be a absolutely bonkers, insane, crazy linking partner for this Gogeta? Or for a modern LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Ding, 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 right? Because these two are definitely going to be getting their EZAs. And then we are in business. So, with that being said, those are my predictions for the 10th anniversary. This is the way too early stuff with no hints, no teasers, nothing. This is just off the dome, just kind of talking what do I think is going to happen, right? So let me know down below what you guys think is the 10th anniversary going to be. Do you guys agree with my predictions? Do you think I'm dumb? All those fun things in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video and you found it fun, don't forget to leave a like as well as subscribe before you go, so that way you don't miss it on any of the Dokkan content that we post around here. We upload a Dokkan video every single day. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.